and we are live. Um,
from Mumbai in Bangalore,
yes,
recording live and playing, streaming live
yes,
on March 12th, 2023.
yes. Yeah, welcome everyone to the Andolanjeevi podcast. And yeah, we are finding to just record, like just do these live much better than to like record them and edit them later. So, I guess this will be the norm for now. And like, sorry if this bandage that I have on my ear is a bit distracting, but I have an issue here there, so we'll have to tolerate that for a bit today. But yeah, coming to the topics we want to discuss and why. So it was I initiated this that we should do a podcast this weekend, uh, and that was primarily because, like let's just start from the beginning, from the unholy combination of Holi and International Women's Day on 8th March.
I swear to God, it is like the most, you're right, unholy combination.
The
It's
pun
like,
never before has a pun been so fitting. Uh,
can you like share your screen? Like,
I
because
am
if
not.
I
Yeah,
see,
yeah, yeah. I am not like. But what I can do is maybe I can open that hashtag, right? And in the meantime,
yeah,
we can just because my timeline is also filled with some borderline explicit material because of Dr. Jordan B. Peterson waking up and deciding to quote tweet. Do you know about that?
is it the show and head thing?
No, 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 no. Yeah, that was very funny. That
It
also
was very
happened.
funny, but I don't know, like, I assume this is more relevant.
This is more what?
Like this is more like impactful, you know?
No, it is equally nonsensical. It is more nonsensical, in fact. Let me share my screen. In fact, so let me share my screen on Discord first. Uh, yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can say no, just 1 second.
Oh, yeah. By the way, we did not do introductions. I am NKG. As this is my channel,
Yeah,
and I'm joined by
I am AJ, and it's me again. Hello.
yes. This time I mentioned your Twitter handle on the in the description also. Just a second.
Maybe,
So
maybe not the best idea. My Twitter handle not
you're
exactly.
you're already popular, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. My Twitter handle mostly consists of, you know, odd takes. If you open up the likes, then it also consists of a lot of, thirsting.
yes, I seen that. They're like fine. It is progressive thirsting. It is.
Yes, yes. This is like revolutionary thirsting.
Yes, of course, the people's thirst. Uh, but yes, coming to the topic at hand. So,
Mhm,
on the unholy day that on 8th March, when Holi, the Hindu festival, and International Women's Day coincided, International
mhm,
Women's Day will come into the picture later, but for now, is this hoarding that Swiggy Instamart decided to put up as an
mhm,
advertisement, which
mhm.
is like, omelette good, sunny side up good, kisi ke sar pe bad, which is like in a picture of eggs. It's like, oh, don't throw eggs at people's heads during Holi. Okay,
Mhm, mhm.
people lost their shit. Okay, people the
This
thing
is
is,
just very. I don't know why people have such a great like. I don't know why people have such great like affection for like the idea that you should be able to do whatever just because it's holy. And if you do not, and if you do not condone doing whatever because it is holy, then you are being, then you are defaming holy and you are defaming Hindus and
you are being
basically.
Hinduphobic, right? That's the hashtag,
Hinduphobia,
Hinduphobic
yeah.
Swiggy. Hinduphobic Swiggy is the hashtag. And I would not have, like, there are all these lame hashtags that keep going on around, like, boycott Pathan, boycott this and that. I don't know if even boycott Pathan got this much traction, because at its peak there were like 66,000 tweets on this hashtag.
Mm.
And like the thing that, like, I, as you pointed out, right, this thing about, oh, you it is Hinduphobia if you say anything about how to behave on like Hindu festivals. So
Mm.
the thing is that I found that very funny. I was like, okay, this is nothing to do with Hinduism. Like, even if I cared about like Hindus and Hindu supremacy, and if I was that, this would
Mm.
be an extremely embarrassing thing to rally around. So
The Pathan thing.
no, not Pathan. This Swiggy, like
This egg like because apparently it was written in the Vedas that you are supposed to throw eggs at people
exactly.
when it's holy.
Like, even like, this is tenuous when it comes to, like, okay, don't burst crackers on Diwali, because then they will find out some scriptures where something like something like fireworks is mentioned, and there's like, okay, yeah, no, it's mentioned, so we have to do it. So it's just like, okay, don't even get into a debate about that on Diwali about crackers, right? That's a lost cause. But
Yeah.
this where so that's the thing, it is extremely like ridiculous, right? And so the thing is that I made a, sorry,
One second.
yes, yeah, but coming back to this, as we were
Yeah.
discussing, that, like, one, the analogous issue that comes up every Diwali is like, oh, why not burns crackers? It's like they will find something, like something mentioning fireworks in the scriptures, and they'll hold that up as like our traditions and all that, right? Or even
Mm.
the fact that people have been doing it for a long time, we don't even need to mention it in scriptures. Then you can say that, okay, that's part of the culture. That's
Right.
it.
Like you can at least like at the very minimum you can at least do this whole this thing about like even if it is not written in like scripture or whatever, it is still like an association or whatever.
Yeah, people
But
have been doing it for a long time, but this thing, like,
this is
okay.
just what is this like egg bullshit?
So here's the thing, right? So I know that, okay, so when I was a kid, of course, kids do this, that kids like try to one up each other on like how horrible a thing that they can throw on each other
Yeah,
on
because
Holi.
like it's like people have been always throwing like this thing, right? Those plastic bags with water, like and so like though and like those get hit like pretty often. That I know that.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
that's just like starter stuff. That is like normal stuff, like water
yeah,
balloons.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know what kind of Cold War has been happening in this regard. But clearly, the arms race has progressed to
Yes.
like throwing eggs at people. To be
Yes,
fair,
yes.
egging is not like only a holy thing, but like yeah, but apparently now it is like Hindu Astha is destroyed if you cannot throw eggs at random people.
Yes, precisely. And precisely, to highlight this absurdity, I made that YouTube short, and I also uploaded that as a reel. And
Mm.
that was like, when you
With
start getting,
500 different comments about how well 50 different comments about how you are Naxalite Islamist evangelical or the the
yeah, of course, no,
different.
but that's the thing, that would have been considered smart as compared to the level of comments that I got. Right, that is like
Oh wow, please.
intellectual. So it is,
To
yeah.
be fair, that is the level of Jaipur dialogues, and Jaipur dialogues are intellectuals for these guys. So
Yeah, basically, I guess. But it is, yeah, a series of like abusive language, of course, and trying to make the
like
exact same.
calling your mother this thing, calling your sister that thing, presumably
Yes,
like
my dad, like, not my, like, they would be like, okay, we don't know if this guy has a sister or not, but let's just badmouth his mom and dad. And
Mm.
do you think I should show it? Do you think that will be too self-indulgent if I just show my reel?
I'm I don't know, man. It's not like we are monetizing.
Yeah, it is my own content. So yeah,
Huh, it's
I'll
you're
not.
not stealing
I
it,
will
and
spare
it's not
you
like
all.
we are monetizing it, but
I will spare you all the comments. Okay, you can go find that shot on my channel, and you can read the comment yourself. I don't want to show them on stream. But
but we can. But it is okay to plug your own this thing.
okay, wait.
Uh,
I should not show my channel
Plug your
ID
own
page.
reels.
I should not show my own channel page. So I'll just this shorts this. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure that the desktop audio, Chrome audio actually, yeah, is on. Yeah, so let's watch this. भाई ये स्विगी ने मेरे को किसी के सर पर अंडा मारने से मना कैसे कर दिया? भाई हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति, हिंदू परंपरा, हमारे संस्कार चले जाएंगे भाई। अगर हम अंडा नहीं मारेंगे तो बचेगा कैसे हिंदू? कैसे भाई? हिंदू खतरे में, हम अंडा नहीं मार पा रहे भाई। आज अंडा नहीं मारेंगे, कैसे नहीं मारेंगे अंडा भाई?
अंडा
I
वही लगेगा.
So this is the thing, right? It's like one of those moments when you make something that you also find good. Like among all the videos that I've tried to be funny and all the memes that I've made, this I feel like I actually laugh at this, at my own stuff.
अंडा वही अंडा वही लगेगा.
Yes, anda wahi lagega. Like this is the whole thing, right? So it was like, okay, so I just made this thing, right? And it's like everybody. So what the point when they would try to make, apart from like when they would get the break from abusing, like
Crying about. Oh yeah, okay.
throwing explicit like a language at me, was
Mhm.
that ki, oh, I am misunderstanding what these guys are saying. What these guys are saying is that why doesn't Swiggy ask Muslim people to not butcher goats on Bakrid? Okay. And I said that this is precisely what I am saying. That for you are equivocating that how significant that butchering of goats is on Bakrid, equally significant is throwing eggs on Holi. You are
Yeah,
creating this equivocation, which I am making fun of. I am making
yeah,
fun of that.
because
Okay,
I
you
mean,
have
after
made
all, it
this.
is called Bakri. It's not called Anda Holi.
Pata nahi, that's what there is. Like people don't appreciate this. Like even like Kattar Hindus don't appreciate eggs being thrown at them because a lot of them
Because
are
nobody appreciates eggs being thrown at them. Like, what
exactly
the
like
heck?
even outside the context of festivals, it's a disrespectful gesture. You throw eggs when you disrespect someone, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like people first of all, like of course a lot of Hindu population, if they don't eat non-veg, they also don't eat egg, right?
Mm.
Then eggs as it is are not cheap. Like my this is something that my dad brought up when I brought this to his attention, right? He was
Mm.
like, इतने पैसे किसके पास हैं खरीदने के लिए कि they'll just buy them and then throw them at people, right? It's like they have always been expensive. Eggs have always been an expensive commodity in India, right? So there's like all these things that I know, all this like circumstantial knowledge that I know by virtue of growing up a Hindu dude in, like, in India. So so it's like everybody's like, oh, you're stupid, you don't understand what they're saying and all that.
Yeah.
And
We all know that we never could be able to achieve the IQ level of such illustrious mental luminaries as Elvish Yadav.
Elvish Yadav. Yeah, Elvish Yadav. I think like the best, like there was not just Elvish Yadav, this Dr. Prachi Sadhvi,
Yeah.
who is like a national president of Bhagwa Kranti Sena, member of RSS,
Mhm.
so VHP leader, of course.
Right.
Okay. And these guys are like jumping on this nonsense bandwagon. Right? These guys
Mm.
are like the vanguard of like Hindu nationalism.
Revolution.
Right?
No, this guy is just basically like this is just that's just red meat, really. Like this kind of stuff everybody does. You talk about how like you talk about how Hindu Khatrin hai, basically how if Hindus are not allowed to throw eggs at people,
Yeah, it is not
they
allowed
don't
because
believe it.
it is not even just about allowed. A lot of these guys are aware that this is not a government mandate.
Yeah,
This
but
is
even like socially discouraged, you know,
no, but
like
that's the thing, na ki ye bhai. Okay, this you will laugh at this. I don't know if you read that comment or not. I think I screenshotted and sent
which
it to
one?
you.
Mhm.
Somebody unironically asked me to watch Vivek Agnihotri. Like they were
Oh,
like, go watch his YouTube channel, not even his
yeah,
movies.
yeah. What on what grounds do you?
Huh?
Yeah, are you having too good a day?
No, no, no. So he was like, oh, then you will understand this conspiracy why India is, sorry, India is under the influence of foreign powers. Then you will understand. You watch Vivek Agnihotri. This is how it happens, right?
Oh,
So this
like
is full
okay.
conspiracy brain.
So is he going to talk about how real, real the like once upon a time there was everything was good, and now I don't know. Uh, shit.
India, when had India been free of foreign influence?
Yeah, like foreign influence is it's just your typical sort of like it gets you to laugh at being anti imperialist, right?
Yeah, but they don't like they will not say anti-imperialist because they also have imperialist ambitions. For them, it's a spiritual thing because
Mm,
to in the brain of the Hindu nationalist, okay, there aren't geopolitical powers. There aren't sort of a struggle for global dominance economically and all that. In for them, the only like war, right? It's the culture war. The only struggle
mm,
is the culture war, okay,
mm,
which is completely psychological. Okay, it is all like that's the thing that people are like the concern that I read in my comments was that again the same thing that it is to make Hindus feel bad. Okay,
mm.
and the thing is, of course, obviously, you are yourself making yourself feel bad. Like if you, because a lot of the commenters are also like, oh, like first of all, nobody does this. Nobody actually throws eggs. Which, if we come to that clip, we can disprove that also. But
Mhm.
like, okay, when we don't,
I
yeah.
think when people say nobody, what they usually mean is most people don't.
Which
And
I
like
also know, right? I know nobody like nobody does this. Like it's kids. It's kids who are like not considered good in society otherwise also. Like these are
right.
not good kids. Like these are not good Hindu kids. They are considered like a burden on society by wherever they live, right?
Mm.
And it's like so why are these guys defending it? Is my point.
I
Why
think
are
they're
these?
defending it just because like it is related to a festival, and you can then laugh about how it is actually a threat to the news, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the thing was. That was my video. That oh, you have connecting this like this is the hill you want to die on, right? This is the battlefront that you have chosen, and
Mm.
it's like so lame, like so embarrassing for you, right? And first of all, nobody like a lot of people are not getting the sarcasm type of situation was also there. Everybody's like, oh, if this is sarcasm, it is better. I don't laugh ever. Like okay, fine, right? The only one person came who was like, okay, respectfully, I'm going to tell you without using any abuses that exact same thing that everyone else was saying, that why does Swiggy not stop people from cutting goats on like Bakri, okay? And I
What's
very
wrong with it?
calmly huh?
Also, what is also like if you're not like these people comprehend the idea of being non-vegetarian, right?
I don't know. Yeah, Swiggy serves non-vegetarian food. Swiggy,
Yeah, so
why does
then
Swiggy
then
have a
there is no real like then there is no real hypocrisy here. Like
Yeah,
at most you might argue that like Bakra Eid is like where they kill the Bakri. Like yeah, no shit.
they
Non-vegetarian
don't
in when you
care.
have non.
Like all of
Okay.
these people who are like, we, why does Swiggy not stop goats from being slaughtered on Bakri? Do you think they care about goats? Like, the
Uh,
goat lives matter according to them?
Good
Do you
lives
think they
matter.
care? No,
I
these
mean,
goats rights activists are like, oh, flooding my comment sections. L- By to the last person, whether
bah.
reasonable or unreasonable, all of them bring up the goat. Okay, that
Yeah,
why,
but like
yeah.
it's a goat. People like is it like shocking to you that goats are eaten? I
Uh,
I mean
it is
like
shocking to them that Swiggy does not tell Muslims to stop eating goats on especially on Bakrid. Okay,
but like I mean yeah, I mean it's not
I don't know. They
amazing.
could. I don't like. I don't
Do
think they
people not
care.
understand that non-vegetarianism is a thing? Like and it's
I
not just
that
that
no no
and it's
no.
not just
Yeah.
Muslims who do it.
The thing is, they don't like. They are not saying ki that's actually, this is not genuinely them saying that actually Swiggy should put out an ad campaign on Bakri saying this. What they are saying is, just like you don't tell them anything, don't tell us anything. That's what they're saying.
Mm.
Okay, so that okay. Why do they get special protection? We leave us also alone. We will sort it out ourselves. One of the comments was also like, oh, if somebody just came into your house and told your dad that, oh, don't be, like started questioning his character out of nowhere. Somebody came to your house and started questioning your dad's character. Uh, will you not feel bad? Okay, to which
Mm.
I was like, okay, first of all, I'm sorry that you have to make like the entirety of the people who play Holi your dad. But second thing is that if something like that happens, hypothetically, if you ask me personally, I would like try to get to the bottom of what they're talking about. Like, I'll have a talk with my dad first, right? I'll instead of like my reflexive thing being like, oh no, everyone shut up. That's like a weird hill to die on,
Yeah, it's
right?
but that's typical honor culture, right?
Yeah, but that,
You are
yeah,
like you like the typical thing where you talk about where you don't where you don't talk about like embarrassing things outside the family, even if those embarrassing things like cause real harm.
yeah. And this is not even like, there is no comparison. Everybody who commented, right? Everybody who gave these
And
weird
everybody just wanted to
examples.
get to Bakras because like you can immediately argue like we are liberals. You say you don't oppose anda throwing during Holi, but why don't you say anything when Bakras are killed in Bakri?
It's a nothing burger. It's
It's
a
it, it it's worse than pointless. Like what? It's almost like what do you even say? You're just saying it to say something.
exactly, exactly. It is so nonsensical that the only explanation is that you needed something to say. You needed some outrage on Holi, right? You were looking for things to victimize yourself, and
Mm.
like that's the thing. That's it. That's the reason why I don't make any point in my YouTube short. Like, I have kept Instagram as as the platform where I just post nonsense like for laughs, and YouTube as the platform where I like make some sensible political commentary, right? And
Mm.
I found this to be so nonsensical that I uploaded this nonsense meme on YouTube short. I did not try to make any point. Okay, I did not like it just less than 30 seconds. It's just like pure like satire,
Mm.
and that's because there is such a lack
What do you
of,
even say? Like,
exactly, there is such a lack of sense that you can't argue against something that has no sense, right? So you can just
mm,
make fun of it, you can just laugh at it. That's what I try to do.
mm,
And it's like yeah, so it's like one comment was like, okay, people don't understand satire. One another, the respectful guy, He was like,
Mm.
oh, when you make videos like this, now people will think that Hindus care about this a lot. Like, dude, this is your cognitive deficiency that you're not able to understand satire.
Wait, it's not even that. Like, if you're talking that if you, with respect, NK, you are not like if this has already been shared by people like this Prachi Sadhvi, who probably has at least 500,000 followers.
Oh, okay, let's just have a look.
Well,
Uh,
300,000
50.
followers.
Yeah.
Uh, and Elvish Yadav, who I am reasonably sure has at
I
least a
don't think
million.
Elvish Yadav. Okay, I don't think Elvish Yadav is that. Oh
Oh,
my.
he's not.
Yeah, a bit less, 250K. Not bad.
Mm. Yeah, but these are like big figures. Like,
Yes.
you are not responsible for making this a big issue, right? You are
Yeah.
not. You are not the one with over 100,000 followers suddenly being responsible for
That's
like
a that's
this
a good
small thing.
that's a good point. I am reacting to something that's already trending. So it's not
Yeah.
as if I am projecting this image. You are making yourself stupid. Like, if people from other countries look at this, they will take the impression about Hindu people from you, that like a gust of wind can set off your outrage trigger,
Mm,
right?
mm.
And like another good point that this reminds me of, another comment was like, dude, you are like, you are like just doing this for basically a grift, that oh, you uploaded this video for
As
views.
opposed to Elvish Yadav.
I don't know, the
No,
age
no, no.
old the age old
I don't know.
thing of
You
you are
are
doing
just a
this for
grifter
views.
defense. But like the thing is that that kind of fails because it's Elvish Yadav is the guy who is
Yes.
sharing this.
Yes,
I
and
don't
like
know if you have seen.
not just internet famous people. It's not just internet famous people. It is institutionally famous people also.
Hmm,
Okay, so it's like, it's not, I, who am I? I'm like some like microscopic like YouTube account, right? I'm just trying to like grow my channel
make fun of
basically.
these morons.
Huh?
Make fun of these morons.
Yes. I said this out loud, that I don't care if these guys get offended. That's not my. I don't think I will rethink this. This is giving me energy. Like, I don't care that these guys are getting triggered. I That was kind of half the point, right? And the other half is like, maybe if they read something like this and realize how absurd what they are doing is, maybe they'll have a moment of self-reflection, right?
Yeah, but and most likely they will probably not because you are not because they are not big enough to notice you. But at the very least, then you are not responsible for making Hindus look like easily easily offended,
Yeah.
like
No, yeah, that's the thing. So
morons.
I don't want to reach to Elvish Yadav. I want to reach to the people who gave Elvish Yadav how many likes on this at this point? Uh, yeah, to 30K
Yeah,
likes,
about 30,000.
right? I want to reach to the people who are liking this, because those are regular normal people. They think, they see trends on Twitter and they are like, oh yeah, this is like, apocalypse for Hindus is coming. The next
Mm,
Hindu Holocaust is about to happen.
mm,
And so I kind of want to reach those people, and those people were reached, and they did respond. And whenever I would respond with like whatever they are saying, I would not
mm,
respond in kind. Like, I would not respond with more insults. So if it's a comment that has nothing but insults, I would just delete it. But even if they're trying to make a point and putting insults in front of it, I still, I'm approving those comments and replying to those comments, and they're never responding to what I said. Right.
mm.
And I have
Yeah.
to think that at one point they must realize how lame they are. Right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that happens.
And that's fine. Like, even if 5, 10 people realize how lame they are, it's okay. Right. And if the rest, however many 600, 700 people who watch that short, just like, stayed mad, then stay mad. I don't care. But that's the thing. Like, somebody who, they were like, oh, you're doing this for views. And you were like, oh, like, this is pure this is your brain on right wing like ideology. They're like, Oh, you saw that everybody is insulting Swiggy, so you thought, okay, let me defend Swiggy, okay, for views. So
Wow.
his thing is that
NKG, Swiggy Defender.
okay, and he's like, oh, what will happen? Only a few Hindus will throw insults at him, but eventually he will get left wing support also, right? So that's so his in his psychology. I did something unpopular for popularity. So
What?
for views, I present a counter mainstream opinion because these idiots don't realize this that first of all,
What
commenting
do people
on
think mainstream means?
so their idea, so they are accepting that the mainstream opinion is that Swiggy did a bad. Swiggy is Hinduphobic. Okay,
Hmm.
and so to make it make sense to them how I am grifting, even though I have not even 1,000 views, even though I don't even have 50 likes on my video.
And you are making is that you are basically uh, making like a you are being contrarian basically for
Yes,
views.
I am being contrarian, and according to them, I am being contrarian be calculatedly. That I know that I am being contrarian, and everybody will disagree with me, but there is some secret cabal of like left wingers that will eventually support me.
Arey
And
bhai,
what?
you know who we are talking about, right?
Huh? Who? Soros?
Our God and Devta Soros.
Yes, Soros. Of
Soros
course.
will give
Yes,
like
Soros is about to.
all
Yeah, yeah.
money.
So, Abhi check like the check is about to clear. Yeah, yeah. He has sent it already. Like.
Yeah. So when so when you insult Hindus, George Soros ka check ऐसा comes down from well heaven maybe not be
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right word, but
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. We are atheists now, so we don't believe in heaven. It comes by science. I don't know. I
yeah,
can't
it
think of.
evolves. It evolves.
Yes, yes. It evolves. Exactly. It evolves spontaneously in my house. So, so that's the thing. Like this, like to make it make sense, they are doing this double thing. That even though I did not get much traction. Okay, first of all, whoever is watching and they have this notion,
Like,
uh,
share, and subscribe, guys.
yes, please subscribe. But also, I get most of my views for covering international topics. Whenever I cover Indian politics topics, I get outrage traction. What that means is I'll get 500 views and like a 50-50 like dislike ratio. Okay, and
Mhm.
once it reaches that level, when it's more dislikes or more comments than likes, then it becomes a like then it stops getting recommended like organically
Yeah,
by
because
YouTube algorithms.
YouTube starts it doesn't push it basically.
Yes. But if I am covering international topics, that by the time any dislikes or any contentious comments start coming, it is already at like 15K views. Sorry, 1.5K views because the
Mhm.
algorithm pushes it so much. Because,
Yeah,
like, the most views that I've ever gotten on any video is covering the Mr. Beast, the 1,000 people, blind people cured thing, right?
yeah,
So that
yeah,
got like 2K views overnight, and then whatever happens on the ratio to the comments or likes, it does not matter because it has reached its natural lifespan.
yeah.
So 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 like, first of all, to comment on Indian politics itself is not optimal for getting views. If I want, I can just comment, keep making memes and keep making commentary on western topics. That will be the best for views for my channel. But I still
Mhm.
get involved in, like, even the Mr. Beast thing. I try to bring to an Indian context. If anybody wants to go and watch, I try to put the issue of cataracts in an Indian context because it's a very big problem in India.
Yeah,
Right?
because
My
lots of
grandmother
people
has
have it.
suffered
Yeah,
through it. Huh?
yeah, yeah. Like it's very common. A lot of people know people either they have cataracts or people very close to them have cataracts.
Exactly. Right. So I am doing all this, and it's like, oh, no, no, no. I am doing this for some nebulous gain in some indefinite future. Right? Not like, so I don't know, this weird conspiracy brain. Right?
Mhm.
Also another example of the conspiracy brain, but maybe we'll come to that later. But let's wrap this thing.
Mhm.
I Yeah, okay. One more news item regarding this Hinduphobic Swiggy thing. The some viewers would have noticed already. Is another incident happened where
Mhm. Mhm.
Basically, somebody, I don't know where exactly is this, in UP somewhere? That somebody, okay, Old Delhi, okay,
Delhi.
yeah,
Okay.
that somebody ordered uh, mutton based dish in
Mhm.
a, and the delivery location was a temple premises, and
Mhm.
the delivery guy refused to enter and
Mhm.
deliver it, for which
Mhm.
Swiggy fired him, and
So,
he is basically a martyr now. I'm sure I can find his interview. He got interviewed like a proper, okay. There's a
head of
lot. Yeah,
India,
this guy.
whatever.
Hold
क्या
on.
सिर्फ धर्म का कारण था या और भी कोई कारण
Oh
था?
God,
नहीं मैम,
hard
बस
stuff.
धर्म का ही कारण था, क्योंकि जो चीज़ गलत है तो गलत है। मंदिर की
Look at this dude. Look at the Gadadhari in the background. What is happening? Does he have security now? What is like?
This is
Is there
like,
security
I
following
swear
him
to God,
around?
this is like wannabe Hanuman.
Yeah, they're like, what's happening? Why are these people surrounding him as if he has like a target on his back? There's some random dude. He's just like, okay, you know, I feel weird about this, but now it's like a whole uh, moral stand that this guy took. And this is like on the front lines of like Hindu
And
existence.
fucking hard stuff is covering this.
सीमा के अंदर या मंदिर के
Yes.
प्रांगण के अंदर नॉनवेज नहीं आना चाहिए बिल्कुल भी।
I guess
जो
they
उसने
have
गलत किया,
classified
जो
this
मुझे
as
ठीक नहीं लगा तो
a
मैं नहीं देखना, उसको मैंने साफ
exclusive
मना कर दिया। अगर वो मुझे
interview
बाहर भी लेते,
because
अगर वो
I have
बाहर
not
लेके वो
seen
अंदर
any other
आते,
clip.
मैं तब भी वीडियो वायरल
Oh
करता।
yeah, this is the important part actually. Hold on.
देना उसको मैंने साफ मना कर दिया। अगर वो मुझसे बाहर भी लेते, अगर वो बाहर लेके वो अंदर आते, मैं तब भी वीडियो वायरल करता, क्योंकि चिकन तो फिर भी मंदिर में आना ही था।
पहली बात मटन and दूसरी बात, so you see this right, that this
Yeah,
guy
so
is
like
like,
it's like basically he kind of did, like I think he genuinely got hurt, I think, in this case.
genuinely
Like
got what?
hurt, but
No, no, sorry. What did you say? Genuinely got what?
genuinely got hurt. HURT.
Okay.
Like
That's
he
fine.
like this
Yeah.
is not like he's not drifting. I don't think he's
I don't
drifting.
think
I
he's
think he's mad.
drifting. I don't
I
think
think
he's
he's like
drifting as
genuinely
well.
mad.
Yeah, I think he's genuinely mad, but the people around him are amplifying
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
madness.
Because like if you're arguing like that, like whole Hinduphobic Swiggy, etc. Like then yeah, I don't know. This case kind of seems mildly weird to me.
Here's a question that nobody is asking: who ordered
Yeah,
the
that's
mutton
I think
dish?
that is like the really interesting thing because who is going to order like who is going to order mutton inside a temple? Is
Because
it like
you
in a
when you
house? Is
when
it
yeah,
like if it's a house, then this is like one of the this thing, right?
the
One of
pujaris,
the
yeah,
pujaris or whatever.
whatever pandit, whatever pujari is like the main caretaker of this temple premises,
Mhm.
only they live in the temple premises. Like it's not like you can't just buy a house inside a temple premises.
You
So
can
you,
rent a house usually, like there you can rent rooms occasionally, like for some time usually.
I
But
guess, but nobody is talking about it. Is my point. Who was
yeah,
this
that's and
person?
because it's such a weird thing. Like who does this? Is it like a
Exactly.
stunt? Is it like a this thing? Is it like let's did someone do this as a joke? And the thing is, you're right because nobody's talking about that. It makes very little sense that nobody's talking about that. Like now only because now only we have to pretend that Swiggy is making their
Hinduphobic.
Soros money by illegally
Nah, I don't even know, dude. So Swiggy is not even a publicly traded company. I checked. They have like one guy from the US on their board of directors who's like a representing like a what do you say, those angel investors, like those companies with VCs. Yeah,
VCs.
yeah, yeah. So he represents those guys and he's on the board. Other everybody on the Swiggy board of directors is Indian. Uh,
Then of course all of those guys are CIA agents. Blah blah
okay,
blah.
somebody in the in the chat is saying that he filmed a video and his claim and was claiming that it was one of the shops in temple premises. So I guess even that part is not confirmed. Even
Yeah, but
that,
like
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
even that's not confirmed. And even then, like shops, matlab like what kind? uh, what other shops are there in like the temple premises? Usually, it's like the guys selling religious stuff, right? Flowers and all of
Yes,
that.
it is all very, very tightly managed. Like there is
Yeah.
like a lot of like red tape in this temple management. Like they'll not manage anything else well, but temples they will not take lightly. You know the management of.
Mhm.
So it is, yeah, it is. He filmed a video. I guess nobody is sharing that video either. I don't know where that video is, but yeah, this also got, dude. This thread is like a landmine, dude. It's like at any moment I can like come across some like genuinely NSFW stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, this also people ran away with, which is, and at this point I guess it has died down.
Mm.
But yeah,
I
it
guess
was,
because like Holi is over, right?
of course, this
But
was.
but uh, but other things, I suppose, refuse to die down. I think we can get to matrimony.
Oh, Bharat Matrimony, yes. Oh my God, Bharat Matrimony, dude. Oh my God, that. But yeah, before this, just one point before Bharat Matrimony is that, is this is something that I've said in my YouTube comments also, but now I'm saying it again. Is that in the mind of the Indian right winger, because they have watched so much Western right wing media, there exists no morality except for like these private business advertisers, right? It seems like that there is no discrimination, bigotry, no systemic injustice except how how these companies treat people in their ads, right? It's
Mm.
just culture war. Like it is like, just think about it. To find oppression in an ad, you have to realize how like privileged your life is. Okay, not to use too much of like SJW rhetoric, but I kind of think it fits here.
No, it
To
definitely does fit here. People are like, uh, people are like this mad about like not saying, not even banning eggs being thrown, saying you shouldn't throw eggs.
And people do ban eggs, like local
No, no,
institutions,
no,
like.
but like local institutions is different. Like these people are not mad because local institutions like the outrage here is not because local institutions ban eggs, which frankly I would support. But the outrage here is because a company puts up an ad saying that you should not throw eggs at people's heads.
Yeah, like
And
people don't
the
understand.
most
Yes.
this thing is this is a suggestion.
Yes, but this is like the way it is being perceived as being categorized as like bad people, in front of anyone. Like first of all, you have to understand that India is majority Hindus. I don't know who they are trying to like appease, but like, or like, it's like who they are trying to demonize Hindus against, right? And then the second thing is that like this inability to understand the demonization of a group of people, right, of a category
Mhm,
of people,
mhm.
versus trying to poke jokes at some bad elements of them, right?
Yeah, like nobody argues that.
Right,
Nobody argues that
like the
throwing
kind of thing that
like.
happens when most of the gangsters in, like, even in Bollywood movies,
Mhm,
whenever the main villain has thugs, most of them are like dark skinned people, right?
mhm,
And
mhm.
then it's like, okay, against like people who are dark skinned, there's like so much of the thing, like even funnily enough in that movie, wait, Rajnikant's most famous movie, Shivaji, right?
Which one? Is it
uh,
Shivaji?
the one in which he's like uh, he goes against like a local politician type thing. Like it is
You
like
have to be more specific.
the movie, that's the thing, the movie is just him being awesome. That's the problem. I
Yeah,
don't remember
that's
exactly the
most Rajnikant movies.
I don't remember like the plot was, but there was a scene in which he is pursuing a girl. He and
Mhm,
that girl has like a instrument shop business, and
mhm,
he goes there and he like tries to woo her, but then she's
mhm,
like, show your hands, And then he shows his hands and he's like, okay, turn them over. And he turns them over. He's like, look at the back of your hand and then look at the back of my hand. I am so fair colored, you are so dark skinned. And we can never be together. Right. And then his response is to try to make himself more fair by like applying
Fair
like
and
malai
lovely.
and haldi and whatever, all those things.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm,
And
mhm.
like such things, like, okay, there is some genuine subliminal messaging that makes certain sections of society like demonize them, right? Or like at least otherize them, at least, right? There are so many things, like if you start opening your eyes against women, against minorities, right? So it's
Mhm.
like, okay, leave all that aside. Okay, somebody tried to poke fun at a thing that most of us don't even do, and most of us agree is a bad thing. And they're like, no, you don't tell us how to play Holi. We will manage our bad elements ourselves. But if you point out our bad elements, then you are bigoted against us. It's a symbol of systemic oppression,
Mhm.
right? Which is the nonsense. Like, I don't even care about the Indian right wing movement, but and I'm giving them advice. It's like,
Yeah,
shape
like
up.
what is like it's just stupid, man. Like what do you even say? Like don't throw eggs at people's heads. Like
Exactly.
ये बताना पड़ता है. Like
And precisely because you guys were so upset, and this is my conspiracy theory, uh, precisely because you showed how triggered you
how
are.
much this is outrage bait.
Yes, Bharat matrimony ad. I won't even have to specify which ad. Okay, I guess there are more reaction videos on it, I guess. But yeah, this ad. So it's like a very short one.
It's
We can,
1 minute. It's about
I'll just put it to
just turn
1.5.
it down. Just turn it down a bit.
Sorry?
Just turn it down a bit.
Turn it down. Okay, sorry.
No, whatever.
Yeah, so this.
Do they like DMCA people?
I don't, again, our advantage is that
Yeah,
I'm
way
not
too small.
popular. Yeah.
We're too small for anybody
Nobody
to give
cares
a shit.
about me showing. I don't think that they DMCA ads. I think ads are like by default public domain. Because otherwise,
Uh,
what is the point of ads?
I know, but like, fair.
Right.
Yeah.
More zoom in. Okay, I think we get the point. Uh, okay, this was it. Okay, so I will be honest. The first time that I watched this ad, like this is, please take what I'm going to say next with like a little more sense, like more charitability. I did kind of laugh out loud. Okay, and the reason I did is because I was like, my God, these guys are going to have a field day with this. The Indian right wingers, this ad is tailor made to give them ammunition.
Outrage bait.
Yes, this is pure, like purified outrage bait, distilled outrage bait. Okay, because like
Mhm.
of course I agree with the messaging in this ad. Okay, and as things have shaped out after that, as things have like come out after Holi, it turns out that this ad was not even irrelevant. It was just like a little ahead of itself. It was correct
Mhm.
in every way that there is a need for like a renewed conversation on this, because I remember when I was really young, this was a very popular conversation that this is a very common occurrence during Holi, that
Women get
men
harassed.
take liberty, huh?
Yeah, women to get harassed. Yeah.
Yes, and then for the last around 10 years, the conversation died out, and last 3-4 years has been on lockdown, so people have not been playing Holi so openly either, and then it
Mhm.
is like now this ad, right? And
Right.
of course, this is like not forced in any way. This message, right? But
Yeah, it's an ad. What are they going to do? Like,
Yeah, but
They're not even going to. They're not even going to let you off, take you out of their service if you don't like. If you don't
oh yeah, if you
do
can't,
that, but like
yeah, it's all paid,
if you
right?
don't
Bharat
follow it, you,
Matrimony.
huh?
Bharat Matrimony is all paid, right? That you have to make.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not even going to like. They're not even going to like take you out of their service if you don't follow what that ad says. But like, I think just the suggestion kind of making people this mad is kind of weird.
I think they knew. I think they knew what they were doing. I think they could have gone about this messaging in a different way, and I don't blame them for going it this way because this is the most effective, most the most impactful, and
Mhm.
that's what all the advertisers are all about. But the
Mhm.
kind of impact that they are making is not purely people watching this and rethinking their actions. I think the kind of impact that they were aiming for was also people watching this and
And
getting
getting mad.
triggered, yes, getting outraged.
Mhm.
And this is what happens once you don't keep your cool even when it's nonsense, then even when it's serious messaging, it all go gets drowned out in outrage baiting, and you're falling
Mhm.
for it. And every time, every social message, every time anybody tries to give a good social message, it all gets drowned out that with this that this is going to upset the Hindu people, and they know this because there is no such thing as bad publicity. Right? The more people take Bharat Matrimony's name in any context, the more popularity they'll get.
Right.
Word of mouth. This is like, it's like uh,
Streisand effect.
yes,
Called.
Streisand effect, and it is they know what they're doing, dude. This is like, oh my god, this I
There's
don't
a,
know. Yeah, politics needs to
the,
become more boring again, is what I'm trying to say.
the issue is it's not that politics needs to become more boring. Politics has never been boring. We just didn't know.
Yeah, but people don't want to get into like the nitty gritty of stuff, right? Like this is kind
Mhm.
of what I'm trying to do right now. The bigger video that I'm working on, which is the review of the 2001 Bollywood film Nayak, is that uh, so basically the thing that is that
Don't spoil things already.
huh?
Don't spoil things already.
No, no, no. Okay, you know what? I'll not tell anything about what the video is about. But yeah, I don't know this. At this point, I said also that I think you can, like, even if it'll be disingenuous, I think you guys can find like more materially impactful things to cry about, like that are affecting Hindus than this. Like, even if you get an apology out of Swiggy or Bharat Matrimony, who benefits? How will the Hindu of the nation benefit?
Why do you care this much? I think that, yeah, I mean, the obvious answer is that these guys are grifters who are like just like talking about outrage bait so that they can like this thing, they can like get engagement, etc., etc. And and like and it kind of fits into the overall sort of project of demonizing in this specific case, maybe not Muslims, but like in general, you know,
Yeah,
Soros media, which is demonizing this thing, is Soros media, which is demonizing Hindus and saying that they are bad.
yeah.
Uh, Also, before I thought we didn't. I thought we were. Are we getting to that now?
Which can you give a hint to the topic?
The Japanese
Yep,
woman.
we are
Okay.
we are getting exactly into it. In fact, I
Uh.
have the video ready.
Okay. Okay. Was content warning, I guess, for like
I mean, this
uh,
clip is
any
like
kind of stuff.
viral already.
I
Uh,
know, but like it probably shouldn't. It probably shouldn't be jumped on people, which is why I didn't
yep.
expect you to like jump into it immediately. Uh, anyway,
Uh, okay. Do you want
never
me to?
mind. Never
We are
mind.
into it already. I'm sorry, guys. But basically, what
Anyway,
you're about to watch next, like if the thumbnail did not give it away, is this.
a woman being harassed, groped,
Yeah, this is
molested
something
by
that
a
you.
lot of people in Holi. This might be very triggering for you, especially if you have faced something like this
Yes.
during Holi. So, like,
Yeah, because what I was about to say is that if you have gone out during Holi and while being in North India ever in your life, this will not be so shocking to you. But I also forgot that you know you might have experienced it. Someone might have
Mhm.
experienced this, and for them this will be very like re-traumatizing. So yeah, if we want to skip that, it's fine.
uh,
Uh,
what,
do
skip
we even
five
show
minutes or
this?
come back in 5 minutes? Anyway, so
Yep. So as you can see, there was an egg also. I don't I don't want to say this proves anything, but
what the
yep.
hell is push?
You're going to okay, we can't fast forward this short exactly. Yep. Okay, I think this is they're just going to repeat it.
Yeah,
But yes. So what that was a like a travel vlogger kind of person who travels a lot to other countries like for their content and
mhm.
happened to be in India during Holi and this is a vertical video but I think the original is like full HD recording of everything that
Like
happened.
wide, yeah,
Huh?
like a wide video.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And yeah, this clip cut out a little bit earlier, but you can also see one of the dudes like standing on the side, realizing that they have gone too far and being like trying to stop everyone. He realized clip is going to go out all over the world now. And yeah, things are happening. And like this is like we can lie to ourselves all we want, but at every point during Holi, especially in my experience living like growing up in Delhi, things like these were like 1 centimeter away from happening at all times, right? And it was like it was always either like something that somebody would try to break up and like try to step in and like like physically stop people and that's how it was prevented, or that women would just not like play this casually with guys, they will just stay away,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, I this I don't even know what to
Here's the
comment on
thing.
this.
Here's the
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
When I originally saw that Bharat Matrimony video,
Hmm.
I I genuinely like I genuinely wondered like why does she look like she was beaten up?
Hmm.
Because like I thought like I originally saw only the this thing, right? The I only saw the, what do you call it? The thumbnail of the woman like being beat up and stuff.
Yeah.
And like then I saw and I thought that they were talking about domestic violence
Yes.
because
Yeah, yeah.
which
In the
is,
language of in the film language of like Indian ads, that's like the face of somebody who has faced domestic abuse.
yeah, her husband beat her up basically,
Yeah.
which is admittedly an unusual topic for a matrimonial ad service to run, but
But not
peak.
really, right? Not really. It's they're dealing in marriages. They're like, you know, don't do this after you get married. It is
Yeah,
tangentially related to
like
the
you could do it, like you
yeah.
could do it.
Yeah.
Then I saw the ad and I realized it is about Holi, and I figured that like does this kind of violence really happen like to like people? I because I haven't seen like because from what I know from people who from like friends who have like I either stopped celebrating Holi or they have just celebrated like, you know,
Privately. Yeah.
privately. uh, the bigger issue is not uh, the bigger issue is not like violence in the beating up sense. The bigger issue is groping,
Harassment. Grope.
molestation,
Yes.
uh,
Molestation.
like like getting beyond even regular catcalling. We are talking groping, molestation, and like people put their hands wherever,
Hmm.
right?
Yes. That's what like this is the
And I also did not know that people actually throw eggs at people. I know, like maybe I am
in
sheltered
one
or
video
whatever.
in one video, both the advertisements are vindicated. Like, and this is like a
Yeah, in
sad
one
thing.
video,
This is a bad
both,
thing.
and this is a bad thing. Like both advertisements are vindicated, and they are vindicated in such a way that you cannot ignore it, because even if you consider full, like, if the kind of honor culture that we live in, this has happened not to an Indian woman who, like, Indian patriarchy can deem, like, you know, ठीक है, होता है, बुरा न मानो, etc. But it happened to a foreigner who will not shut up about it.
Yeah. And then like there were some clips of someone else, another like I think it was a Korean vlogger who was like talking about her experience in India during Holi, which was like from 2018, and
Mhm.
it resurfaced kind of.
Mhm.
And yeah, then everybody was quick to point out. The thing is, the reason I bring that up is because you know about this channel called uh, something Goswami. Just I will tell you.
I know.
Sarthak Goswami.
Sadhak Goswami, yeah. What did he do?
Sarthak Goswami. Yeah, yeah. So what I will do is I will just search his name so that his Sarthak Goswami. Yeah. So let me share. Let me wait. My screen is always shared to you, right?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see it.
You can see everything, but let me share it with the viewers. So he made this video today
Mhm.
as his part of his Sunday something series.
His
Uh,
Sunday show, yeah.
yeah, Sunday show, and yeah, this weird framing, right? Fake or
Mhm.
dot question mark. First of all, neither of these videos are fake. Okay, neither of these videos, like on the left is the Korean person, and on the right is a Japanese tourist. The video of which we just now watched. Neither of these are fake videos. First of all,
Mhm.
and second, trying to
Have people been trying to push the idea that they are fake?
it is written right here. I don't know
No,
why
no,
they
no.
would say
Because I
fake at
assume
all.
I like my assumption is that because he, like, maybe I'm being more good faith than I should be, but like I assume that people are calling it fake, and that is why he's kind of like trying to this thing. The title is weird though. Viral Holi videos leave Indians divided. Like,
Yes. So
what is
here's the
divisive
thing.
about this?
This is the thing,
Don't.
right? Earlier, also as my roundup of like Indian political influencers that I started watching, right?
Mhm.
His name came up. I started watching his videos. I really, really did not like him because he does this weird thing where like he thinks he's funny, okay, and that is part of his
To be
comedy.
fair,
That
to
the
be
fact
fair, all
that
of us think we are funny. So.
no, no, no. But all of us don't make it part of our comedy that we are funny. Like, the like trying to do skits of himself coming in the middle of the video and being like karna, subscribe karna, and him being like, offended by
Yeah,
that
that's just
somebody,
normal content stuff. Yeah.
yeah, somebody like him being offended by himself coming in and telling people to like and subscribe his channel.
Yeah, it's just a joke. I don't mind that.
And
But
for
this
me, it
kind of
doesn't.
framing is kind of
Yeah, so
uh,
the thing is that his main thing is enlightened centrism. Okay, his main thing is always trying to toe the line on every issue. Okay,
mhm.
and he even to the point that he would call himself apolitical. Okay,
Correct. Yes.
and
Yeah, that's very
and
normal.
what happens is the danger of towing the line, the dangers of being an enlightened centrist, the dangers of trying to say something that sounds reasonable to both sides, is you try to argue against something that does not exist. Okay, because what
Mhm.
happens in this video, which I actually watched, is that at one. So first of all, I don't know why he shows out of context tweets and all that, right?
Mhm.
But wait, let me remember what was the. I think it was this only.
इनके साथ ये देखो ऑमलेट की शकल वाले अंडे फोड़ रहे हैं उस लड़की पे माँ बाप की छोड़ो देश की बेइज्जती करा रहे हैं अब अरेस्ट हो गए थाने में खेलेगी अब इनके साथ लठमार होली एंड नाउ लुक अगर आप इस समय गुस्सा हो तो ये होगा जब 1 अरब की आबादी वाला देश कोई भी त्योहार मनाता है तो कुछ अनसोशल एलिमेंट्स होंगे जो आके रंग में भंग डालेंगे होली छोड़
This bullshit. Did you hear that?
Got it.
Huh?
I heard it. I heard it.
right?
Like the general
This
idea that
this nonsense, okay, this always they do this, always. Yeah, hamari our population is too much. They the probability of being criminal, like, you know, criminals, I'll just say them, call them what they are, criminals, is just too high. We can't do anything about that, dude. There's too many of us. Okay. And
Mhm.
okay, but there was another weird thing. Hold on, I
छोड़ो, आप
think it
इतने
will
बड़े
come
लेवल
up.
पर अगर सांप सीढ़ी भी खेलोगे ना, तो उसमें भी 2-3 इच्छाधारी आपको मिल जाएंगे। हाँ, लेकिन अगर आप इन चंद इंस्टेंसेस का हवाला देकर पूरे त्योहार को ही कैंसिल कर दो, पूरे फेस्टिवल को ही अनसेफ बोल दो, सब कुछ ही कैंसिल कर दो, तो इट डजंट मेक मच सेंस। इट्स लाइक
This
who is canceling Holi?
this is what I'm saying. When you try to be enlightened centrist, right, when you try to say something that's reasonable to both sides, you say things that nobody's like, respond to points that no one is making. Like, it
No,
has
like,
been,
who asked you to ban Holi?
yeah,
Maybe,
who exactly.
maybe he found like a few Twitter people, but like there
Right,
is no
literally,
real.
even Twitter people just say, okay, this is why I don't celebrate Holi, or this is why I don't go out on Holi. At max, Twitter people say that, including the comments on his own, like the comment that he highlighted in his video. Those were max. Those were also like, in the worst scenario, were like, okay, this is why I hate India, like, or this is why I will never visit India.
uh,
Okay,
No,
nobody is
nobody
like,
said want you to ban Holi or
yes,
cancel Holi, whatever the fuck
cancel
that
Holi,
means.
exactly. This is your brain on enlightened centrism. Okay, you start making points that nobody is contesting, and then you are like, oh, we are very reasonable here. We are all very apolitical over here. Okay, this is the cost of being apolitical, is what I'm saying. And this like, I watched this like just an hour back, like an hour before starting this podcast, and I was like, well, yes, yeah, this guy, like, trying to stay in the middle, has reached a position that does not even exist.
It's not even that. Like, why? Like, what is? You don't need to defend this. You know,
Yeah,
I
but then how will you remain centrist? He has to give both sides, no? He has to be like, there he has to be like, there are unreasonable people on both sides. That some people want to cancel Holi, whatever that means. Like,
cancel Holi, like in the cancel culture sense. What?
yeah, you don't like, this is a war on, like, Christmas, but for Holi. Okay, this is a war on Holi.
Mm.
Or like, or the war on, like, Indian festivals overall. Is that whole thing about, right, like, somebody made a very funny meme about that also, is that, every time anybody tries to say anything about this, we like Hindu community decide that, okay, this is an offense to entire Hinduism, and that needs, like, that's Hinduphobia, and whoever said this needs to apologize. And then people are like, okay, these guys are overreacting, but also you can't really
But
cancel these people.
you have to find like some random liberal account saying that this
Yeah, but
thing.
this guy doesn't even does that, does he? He has not. Like, if I would encourage people to go and watch this video, the comments and tweets that he has highlighted, none of them say that Holi should be more restrictive by
Or
the
Holi should be
government.
banned or whatever.
Right, in any restriction, yeah. So in any way there should be any right, any impediment on the right of people to play Holi however they want, because most people, like, they decide for themselves what to do. Right, most people
Mm.
know that, okay, this is this we do this in our day-to-day lives also. We know what areas are safe to go to and which areas are not. Right,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
so we know which days are okay to go outside and which days are okay to not okay to go outside. Right, and then it's like, okay, and but if you say that, right, this the घर की बात घर में रहने वाली चाहिए वाला, the,
Yeah, it's the one more part of honor culture. Yeah.
yeah, and then that, like, comes up
Like
for
if you
some
talk
people.
about it, then it becomes like an izzat ka issue. You know?
Yeah, like, I don't know who is allowed to talk about it. Swiggy is an Indian company. It
Oh,
it
no, no,
the,
no. Swiggy is owned by that. There's that one American guy. So obviously now they are. Remember when Fat India was actually like a CIA operation?
oh yeah, yeah, we covered that, right? That the
Yeah, we
founder
did.
had talked to a CIA operative
No,
once.
some uncle of his had worked in the foreign service, not even the CIA. Some uncle of his had worked for like the
Some
foreign
state
service, and
institution.
so
Yeah.
obviously this meant that Fab India was like a CIA operation aimed at I don't even fucking know selling overpriced lehengas.
No, but yeah, no, 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 not selling overpriced langas. It is to cuck the Indian Hindu. That's their thing.
Yeah,
According to them, there is like, but even like
I
this
swear
is,
to the sheer irony in that you are like bitching about Americans cucking Indians in the exact terms that the American right wing uses in terms of their political discourse
yeah,
is
precisely. They are like, oh, look, all those intelligent engineers that are coming from India, they are taking the US jobs, and they are spreading their culture here. White culture is dying, whatever that is, even if it exists. And to push for more protectionist policies. But in India, nobody is immigrating from white countries. So our thing is that no, it is they are not.
Bangladeshis.
No, no, no. So that our immigration thing is different from Hindus being cucked. So they will not say the Bangladeshis can be explained why they're coming to India for better economic opportunities. But
Yeah, yeah,
again, the
but like
same
they still
thing.
do that, right? Bangladeshi Ghuspetia are invading. Well, people primarily in Assam, but Bangladeshi immigrants are immigrating in this thing. Rohingyas are invading.
Yep.
Like because these have been like major political like topics. This is the kind of stuff that major political leaders have been talking about.
Yeah, yeah. And then this gets boiled down to no, no, it's actually these corporations that are conspiring to facilitate these things.
Mhm.
Okay. Because
And then
even in
you
the
write it as
US,
Soros, etc.
even in the US, you already know that one of the favorite talking points of the right wing for against like more relaxed immigration process is that look at how these private companies are
Are
supporting it.
depressing wages basically that
Yeah, yeah.
they
So
are
it's a,
supporting because you don't want to say we don't want we want fewer brown people in this country. At least you cannot say it openly in most environments, so you say actually look at how immigration is depressing wages basically
yes, of the native American workers.
of real Americans
Real
registered.
Americans. Yeah, yeah. So what happens at the end? It's like here also it's the same thing. Is that okay? There are all these. That's what I said in the beginning. There is no geopolitics. There is no like constant forces of capital pulling at each other, trying to maximize, in whatever environment their profit margins. Right?
No
No,
war
no,
but
no.
culture war.
No, no, no. It is just all these companies, all these people are doing is they ultimately going towards the goal as if, they make comparisons with the Holocaust and all these like atrocities. They don't realize this that the companies were in tow of the governments. The companies were going with the wave of wherever the government was flowing, right? They did not create like the drug manufacturing company that was manufacturing Zyklon B did not create the Holocaust so that it could sell more Zyklon B. Okay.
Yeah, Bayer created Cyclone B because like they were part of the government and it was either do that or you know
Yeah, like
they get shot and somebody else does that.
yeah, and the propaganda against Jewish people was not simply, oh, look at Jewish people's like look at their funny habits or some of their cultural habits. Okay, it was that they are bad for society. Okay, that it is not that there is some bad elements in them. They as a group are bad for
And
the rest of
cancer
the
to
country.
society. Yeah, like
Okay,
mhm,
right? They are categorized separately. That they are a different category of people,
mhm.
and like this is what you don't like. This is the differentiation that is lost on most people, and this is why they're just inventing these ghosts. They're inventing these windmills to tilt at. That it is these companies don't exist to increase their profit. They are here to persecute us, right? Then do this. Like, have you ever thought about this? Like, conspiracy brain people are always saying that, okay, have you ever thought about why you believe what you believe, right? All that matrix stuff that everybody has been programmed by the media that they consume to think certain ways, right? The
Wake up,
solution,
sheeple.
huh?
Wake up, sheeple.
Yes, the solution to being indoctrinated by certain types of media all your life is not to start getting indoctrinated by a different type of media. Okay, it is to question yourself. Okay, first step is that you introspect and you question yourself. Okay, if I think that women need to be better like housewives, they should focus more on that, and the fact that there are all these quotas in private jobs for women or like special accommodations is driving women outside, and that's making them unhappy and all that. Okay, whatever nonsense you believe, right? If you just introspect, you realize that the reason you can trace back the root of this belief to a messaging that you have received in the childhood, or just pure logically realize that, okay, there are alternative ways to thinking about this, right? Like,
Yeah, like you examine like why people may behave how they behave, like if
or
or why things are there that they exist. It's a typical libertarian thing. Uh,
or yeah, and also that, okay, if the way that people behave are there alternatives to it? Are there
correct.
Does this have to be this way,
Mm.
right? Do
Right.
gender roles have to be this way? Do we have to does the progress of the upper caste Hindu have to come at the cost of Muslims or lower caste people, right? Does it?
Mm.
Ask yourself, right? Can you not think of a scenario in which there can be mutual progress for everyone? Right? Things like that, right? So this is what I mean by politics should be more boring away. These are boring questions, but ultimately these are better for
But these
like.
are, but at least these are these are not questions that make you like excited, but these are questions that are important to address, because if you address them, then like there are actual solutions.
Yeah,
Like
and
when if you talk about Soros, वगैरह, like it's very exciting to imagine Soros fighting against Soros the billionaire, who is like fighting against real Hinduism, etc. Yeah, I
yeah,
get what you mean when you say politics should be more boring. In that sense, yeah, I do.
that's the thing. Like, it's there is no politicians. Like, people don't even care about politicians now. It's just businessmen now. Elon is good. Adani is good, right? These cults
No, but
of
I
personality
mean,
people are
Adani
good.
people talk about this thing, right? But Adani, from what I know, people talk about him being like a nationalist billionaire.
I don't
I,
even know. Was he
I
even
swear to God,
nationalist
I've heard
before?
this term. I swear to God, I've heard this term.
Nationalist. Was he even like? I did not hear any statement by him on any topic other than the what was it, the Hindenburg research review.
Yeah, and it's like, and obviously we know his CFO's great statement about the Hindenburg
Yeah,
research.
being like Jallianwala Bagh, right?
Yeah,
That the attempt to
Hindenburg
short their
research.
stocks is similar to how like the British Raj had opened fire on like a bunch of unarmed people in an enclosed space until they were last like dead to the last man, like, or like, as far as they could see. And
And it's
yep.
and it's just wild because like I don't know how to explain nationalist billionaire to anybody,
Exactly.
because like how do you classify a nationalist billionaire? Because, like because the thing is, let's be clear, Gautam Adani has benefited more than Modi
uh,
from it has benefited more than any other single person from the Modi administration,
yeah,
from the Modi government.
yeah, I mean their ties
Like
are like
because
so transparently obvious, like.
the guy gets every like government contract. This is at this point, even I think even libertarians would be against this guy just because of the sheer amount of government favoritism that has been involved in his,
Yeah, he's basically
rise.
propping up his business. Like, a very solid example of this that came out during the Hindenburg report was that what was it? not LIC. Uh, RBI. Does RBI give out loans? Not
Not as far as
RBI.
I know. Usually
SBI.
LIC has like they like I know the LIC thing had been quite
Yeah, so
discussed.
basically they had lent, I think it was SBI, had lent a huge sum of
SBI,
money,
SBI
right?
loans. Yeah.
Yeah, SBI had lent huge amounts of money. LIC, I think, has invested in that a lot, like
Yeah, LIC had invested a lot. Yeah.
in his enterprises, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
even though like it was all based on his perception of like that he has a successful company, which is what Hindenburg research was trying to challenge. That the perception was artificial, that
Hmm.
it was all smoke and mirrors, right?
Right.
And even then, none of these lenders withdrew their money or like demanded
Yeah,
it
even
back.
the even like I think I remember it being a major issue that when Adani stocks started tanking after Hindenburg, even then LIC did not take out their money.
Yeah,
Like,
they did not withdraw their investment. What else?
hmm.
Like this is a solid, like he is being propped up by the Indian like public institutions.
Yeah, like because and at that point it becomes like a massive case of maleficence, right? Because it's like state bank money is not state bank's money. State
Yeah,
bank money is public
it is
money.
our money. Yes. It's like this like that the thing. Nobody cares about this nitty gritty. Okay, Adani
And
is
it's not
good.
like and it's not even like we have like FDIC things where there is a certain amount of money that if you lose, like if your bank shuts down, you get a certain amount of money back. Like,
I don't I don't know. They might just make it for him. They might just make such a provision for him. I don't know.
yeah,
But
for him and only for him. It's like just because it's wild because it's been kind of insane how much like like this is not even you're not even getting into like libertarian Ayn Rand type self-made billionaire bullshit. This is like this is very transparently a guy who has basically been built up by state instruments, so to speak.
yeah, and this is the thing, right? So this is like let me show this clip. I think you can already see the
Oh, Ilanaya Namaha.
yes. Hold on. Does it already? At one point, somebody brings out like a Deepak also. Do they not?
I don't see
I
it.
think it's a different clip. But yeah,
Elon Musk. Elon Musk Namaha.
ठीक है.
Oh my
Even
god.
somebody, I'm pretty sure at some point somebody brought up a Deepak and started doing the pujan like
Aarti
the
full on.
aarti. Yeah, yeah. And like, look at this. This people take pride in this. Like this organization. Okay. By the way,
They
people. Huh? Sorry. Go ahead.
oh they no good.
If people don't remember, this like so back more than a year ago when I started streaming, like when I was streaming alone, this was one of the first topics that I had decided to address was the section that IPC section 498A removal, public litigation, and
Mhm.
the subsequent backlash about that, which was
Mhm.
the hashtag marriage strike thing. Okay, where it was
Mhm.
like Indian men were like, okay, we are not going to marry uh, women anymore if this litigation succeeds. That that exception is struck
Mhm.
from the criminal definition of rape. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
so which the exception was that okay, it is not rape if it is
For
between.
reference, 498A is like the exception that is the marital rape exception.
Yes, that if it is two married people, there can't be rape between them.
Like a husband cannot rape his wife, basically.
Yes, basically, yes.
So
And
removing that gets these people mad.
so these
Yeah.
guys were like the core of the marriage strike thing, which did not get like
Marriage.
too much
Ma-
traction. Huh?
Marriage strike.
It is a funny idea, right? Even at that time, I was like, my thing was just trying to make fun of them and just laugh at them. And But yeah, so this is like a organization centered in Bangalore where I live also, and I knew this again. So this time they did a hunger strike. Okay,
Mhm.
and I would just like to point out the fact that these guys are protesting thin air. Okay. What their point is that now there's going to be an increase in false cases
Rape
by
accusation, yeah.
women. Huh?
Mhm. False rape accusation, yeah.
Yes, false rape accusations by women against their husbands. And the thing
Mhm.
is that the law has not exactly been broadened, right? The law is just becoming more severe. Like the punishment would just become more severe for something that they also admit is already covered under domestic violence law. Okay. So sexual assault by husband against wife is already covered in domestic violence law. It will just
Mhm.
be officially recognized as rape. That's it.
Mhm.
Right. The
Mhm.
law is not being broadened. Right. It's
Mhm.
not like now something that was not applicable earlier will be applicable now.
Yeah, like what was what was rape before is more or less still rape now. It's just that like it counts as a rape, except
Yes.
instead of domestic violence. Yeah.
Yeah. The criminal justice system will treat it as full on rape. That's it.
Yeah.
So now, but there's this thing that, oh, now the cases will increase because these guys, like, in their worldview, women are out to get them. Okay. Some of them are
Mhm.
genuinely mentally ill. I don't say this lightly. Okay. For them, it is like around every corner is a woman waiting to,
Try
forcibly,
rape and throw them in jail
yes, cry rape and throw them in jail. Exactly. Right. And
or blackmail them or something like that.
yeah, but this is like, medically, this is recognized as paranoia. Okay. And this is like symptoms of like actual mental issues, which these guys don't address. Right. And a lot of them are like divorcees also, which have like made being a divorcee their entire personality. Right. And it's
Mhm.
like this whole ecosystem of like incel slash like volcel slash horrible misogynist people. Okay. and
Mhm.
and now they did this thing which was a
Yeah.
hunger strike against, like,
I'm
at
not going
least
to lie. There is one thing I'm somewhat intrigued by.
what.
They did not do an anti of Android.
I don't know, maybe because that would have been a step too far, I guess. That would have been like, because he is in jail already. So I don't know, maybe it was like a thing.
Yeah, but like, why Elon? What did
Exactly.
Elon do?
Exactly.
Did
If they're
Elon?
like, oh, तो feminism राक्षस को भगाएगा Elon. Like, what
How the,
has, what,
is it just because that now Elon? What did Elon even do against feminism? Like,
precisely. He's just divorced. That's it.
yeah,
Elon is just
he's
divorced.
diverse, and he's like, you must have seen the meme where Elon
Yeah, and
shared
he's
this
like
really
salty.
divorced guy meme.
Yes, he's just salty about being divorced every once in a while on his Twitter. Right, he posts memes which are very flimsily disguised digs at his exes. Right, one of his exes has also come out and shat on him for showing concern about his children, which he did not take care of. Right, and it's
Mhm.
like, okay, that's like his personal life, but like
Yeah,
he
and like,
owns like 5 companies, huge companies.
mhm.
What anti-feminist action has he done? Does it like
Yeah, but that's the real thing I don't get. Like, why Elon? Andrew Tate at least would get, but Andrew Tate it is difficult to talk about because somebody will bring up the point that he's you know
already in jail?
arrested
Yes.
arrested for pimping.
Yeah, yeah, sexual trafficking of women. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they
I
want the
think at
logistics.
one point he has also said like some bad things about like Indian women, that they are ugly. I might be, my wires might be getting crossed here, but I think like he has not acknowledged Indian people at all. Like there isn't even like an
Oh wow,
imaginary connection.
men have a right to peaceful.
Huh? What?
It's on the screen. It's next to the picture of Elon. Men have a right to peaceful existence.
Yeah, what
Or
what what is happening? Like they, according to them, there is a pandemic of like men being victimized. Okay, through marriage.
You know what? I don't like rat films, but at least I comprehend that they have reasons for believing what they believe. Like actual like reasons. What is this?
And can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, can you guess? In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to guess which celebrity they recently all rallied around.
Oh God.
It is
Desi or
it's
father?
Desi.
Tell me.
Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
Why?
Da- why not
That.
divorce? Okay, divorced
Yeah.
people will. Who will look after divorced people if not divorced people? Okay, it's it's like
Divorced guy energy is like maybe
yes.
that is why maybe that is why they don't support Andrew Tate because Andrew Tate is not
No, I would
divorced.
not divorce. Yes, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Yeah, if only at any point he had been married and then got a divorce, they would have rallied around him. But yeah, randomly people are like, oh, देखो नवाज भाई के साथ क्या हो रहा है, right? Which is like, it is
On
like,
the Nawaz thing, I will not even comment because I don't know the details and I don't think anybody
yeah,
does.
it is. You
But
know
what
what it
is
is? It is a matter of like, and how most often these matters involving celebrities are. It is a matter of two horrible people being horrible to each other. Okay, and it is.
yeah, and divorce kind of makes even regular people horrible. So never mind celebrities.
Yeah, but celebrities have a vested interest in their brand, na. So they are
Right.
never able to accept like कि okay any misstep, any wrongdoing. They are always like they're obligated almost to always
Say
uh,
someone else's fault or someone else did something wrong,
yeah,
etc.
defame the other party. They that's like how they operate. They have to kind of. But Nawazuddin
I guess I don't.
Siddiqui,
I guess I don't want to talk about the Nawaz case because I don't know much about it. I
yes.
know what his wife has said. I know what he has said. I don't know what is has actually happened. I'm not interested in. I'm not particularly interested. I just care about this because I just care about this like Save Indian Family Foundation because it is very funny that people are talking about men having how poor men have been oppressed and not been
Yeah,
allowed
and
the
all
right to
this
have
stuff
a
about
peaceful existence.
all this about, oh, we don't get custody of children. Dude, look, first of all, the laws that favor women for getting custody of children, like we all know this is all, those laws were written by men, first of all, because men think women are better parents, they are more nurturing, caring, there's less chance of the children being abandoned by a woman as compared to like their fathers. And second thing, I don't even know, okay, here's the thing, right?
कौन मांगा
I have seen, what happens really. Divorce तक तो बात आती नहीं है. Divorce is like, it's like a ghost that will become real if you take its name, kind of a situation. That if you do divorce, then it will be something somehow worse. What people do is that they separate, right? They just start living
right,
separately, right?
right,
And
right.
in such situations,
There is no like this thing for alimony,
not alimony.
obligation
I'm talking about custody of children.
or custody or
I
alimony
have
or anything.
never
Yeah.
seen like the man is like pursuing custody of children. Never. Okay.
Mhm.
Because most of the time they equally hate the woman and the child. Like I don't know
Mhm.
how this is difficult for people to comprehend.
To be fair, I don't know how many people have seen divorces like this, but
No,
I
but
haven't.
divorce does not happen, right? So to
No,
have
not, or even like separations really.
yeah, but like I have seen, like I guess I don't know, but this is not even like localized to my family. Like even among people that are friends of mine and their relatives, right? So I don't know
Mhm.
anyone personally with whom some such thing has happened, but I know people in their family who are going through
Right.
that,
Mhm.
right? Separations
Because the
can.
weird thing is, like, I know this one case where
Hmm,
there was like my cousin like got divorced. I not didn't get divorced. Sorry, his wife left him basically.
yeah,
And my issue is that I don't know what happened. I know what he said happened. She
yeah,
refused to talk to anybody, and he was like, she suddenly said that she didn't like me anymore. She said I was spending too much time at work or something. and she basically took our child and she left, and my child hits me, and like things like that. I don't know what happened. This is like a
Sometimes
cousin,
these
but it's not
things,
like a.
these things fall into such tropes, right? Sometimes the stories that they're telling start sounding so much like the rhetoric
Movies.
that we hear from Western media. It is sometimes hard to believe. Like, I
It
don't.
could be, I guess it could be
Yeah,
true, but like there is no way to tell. I cannot, like, I'm not a court. I cannot confirm this. I haven't heard the other side because the other side has not been willing to tell me.
yeah, and I based on experience, because I
Mhm.
also we also cannot isolate such things from the broader context of how women are treated in Indian society, right?
Right.
It is not the default nature of Indian, like, society, parents, to be like, okay, accepting that there must be some fault in the guy, right? Because
Mhm.
most of the time it is not even the fact that there is some fault in the guy or not, but the fault of the woman is that she did not try to make do, that she did not try to adjust, she did not try to, try her best to make
Mhm.
things work, right?
Right.
That itself becomes the
Right.
flaw of the woman,
Mhm.
right? So when you keep these things in, like, context, I don't think anyone can blame me for being more charitable towards the woman in these scenarios. But when it comes to celebrity, I'm not charitable towards anyone. I don't care about those people.
Anyway, I just find this funny because divorced man energy, like
Yeah, this is the
Elon
meme in
Musk.
real life. This is the divorced, reaching levels of divorce that have never been seen before. This is that meme in real life. Okay, this is divorce solidarity. So
Divorced solidarity. Do we have any other topics to cover?
I think we are. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else.
Anyway, okay. So I think we can cut it here, and
Yep.
we can give a small this thing for preview for the next video.
Which is what?
Your this thing
Oh yes. Yeah,
analysis
yeah. I'm making a video
of
on,
Shankar's masterpiece.
yes, Shankar's. Some would say still politically relevant masterpiece, super hit movie that everybody has watched on TV, Nayak. So
Mm.
stay tuned for that
Surya
content.
Vansham before Surya Vansham.
Of course, Suryavansham is the number one. But yeah. So yeah, look out for that. What I'm doing is I'm trying to create a unified theory of Indian politics. Like one common logic by which these things operate, and so this is all part of that. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
stay tuned for
like,
that.
share, and subscribe.
Yes. And we don't care. We are shelling openly. Okay. I am a very
Yeah,
tiny channel. I can get, like,
I
even if you want
will.
to hate watch me, subscribe. Okay.
Yeah,
You want outrage content? I will give you outrage content. Okay. You
if
don't
you
have to
if
wait
you
for
feel
Siggy.
bad about. Yeah, if you want to yell at us about being Librandu, Muslim, Soros,
Yes.
Islamist, I don't know, or Pachdas Daldo,
Sharia Islamists. Yes. No, wait. Sharia
Marxist.
Bolsheviks. Yes. Islamist Bolsheviks, Sharia Marxists. Something.
Yeah, yeah, all of those guys. If you want to tell us, please come and tell us that we
Yeah.
are that.
Yeah.
But
Give
do
me
like, share, and
engagement.
subscribe.
Yes. Thank you.